Hey everyone, I just wanted to do a quick video because I know a lot of you have been asking for tips on how to be emotionally and mentally well during this time of chaos. Especially, the moms that are home with little kids. I feel your pain. So I wanted to just do a quick video on some tips that I think would be great, tips that I use for myself during this time of chaos, and really just trying to find some peace within all this, with all this stuff of virtually homeschooling, kids at home, our partners at home, us at home, and social distancing and all the fun stuff that's come out of the coronavirus and all that. So the first tip that I have is to get some sleep, which sounds weird now that most of us are home with not much to do, but I know for my parents, they understand the sentiment of, yes, we're at home, but our kids are at home with us, driving us crazy. So getting a good night's sleep is important during this time, because we need that energy to keep our kids entertained, keep us entertained, to really just find, just peace. So what I recommend is to kind of unplug for the day, at least an hour before you want to go to bed. And you can make it a family thing, or you can make it an individual thing, depending on, the makeup of your house. But really unplugging for the day, getting off of our phones, really trying to limit the TV before bedtime. That way it gives our bodies a little bit of time to decompress, a little bit of time to relax and kind of shut down. That usually helps, to fall asleep faster. There's science behind it with the blue lights of our screens and all that fun stuff. I'm not a scientist or a researcher or anything like that, so I'm not going to go into that, but I know that there's research behind it. So really just trying to unplug, like I said, an hour before bedtime to really kind of just relax and be at peace. Especially if you're constantly like watching CNN and stuff, I would definitely turn that off an hour before bed. And for those with families, really trying to make it a structure of, turning off the TV, getting ready for bedtime, pajama time, bathroom time, storybook time, could be really useful. Especially when, the kids are at home, they've had the structure of school, and now being at home, there probably is a little bit more of maneuvering. So the structure is not quite there yet. So really just trying to find pockets of structure is usually pretty helpful. Another tip I recommend is to find an activity that you enjoy doing. For me, I love music. Music is my safety spot. 90s R&B is really where I'm at, but I like to listen to music. I like to listen to music when I'm working. I like to listen to music when I'm cleaning. I like to listen to music just for fun, because it really just puts me in the zone. It puts me in a place of just listening and having fun. Now I'm getting the kids on in it. We're having like little dance parties, which has been fun and nice. I've been introduced to the YouTube Just Dance videos, so we've been doing that as a form of exercise, because the kids are not out as often, and parks are closed and things like that. So I've been using that as a way to have my music and having a little bit of exercise for the kids, which it's been really fun. Another tip that I recommend is to find pockets of time, a little bit of time for yourself. Now that everyone's home, everyone's in like small confined space or big space, I don't know, the make a bigger house, but having time to yourself is important. And I know that's hard for parents in general, especially with little ones, to have alone time. So be creative, whether that's when they go to bed or when they're taking a nap, or if you have a partner, just saying, hey, like I need a half an hour to myself. Really just finding that alone time, so that you can have the space for your brain to focus on just you. And then you want to have, be creative in finding time for you and your partner. So it can just be the two of you. I mean, date nights are not really happening right now because restaurants are closed, and we really should be staying home. So having couples time and being creative with that also is a good thing. And then having time for family activities, whether that's a structured game that you guys do every night, whether you guys take 45 minutes to do a puzzle together, whatever works for you and your family, having that structured family time and doing an activity is always good. So finding time for that. And then my last tip is to really just find creative ways to be social outside of the home. I know a lot of people are single, and they might be home by themselves, and they might be enjoying this time of not having to be social, not having to go out, but it's still good to be somewhat connected with the outside world, whether that's a family member or a friend. If you scheduled a time to do a video call, or there's been great little apps and stuff that you guys could do. Some people have been doing Family Feud. Some people have been doing the Jack games, which I love. I haven't done it in a while, but so they're still having fun and being social, and it's scheduled and it's not the whole day, and you're at home and in your own safety. So finding ways to be social with people outside of the home is another good tip that I like to provide. I'm gonna give you a little bonus tip because it just popped in my head. Finding resources. A lot of companies are doing great things by giving out free resources during this time of need of people being home. Netflix is doing their Netflix party. You have Audible, which has free audiobooks. You have a lot of little different companies that have little worksheets for kids for them to do at home. Those are great. So really researching what resources are out there that are free to low cost that you can do. And also keep in mind that therapists as well are offering free to low cost for those who need it as well. So don't feel like in this time where you're going through a hard time with your anxiety, a hard time with your depression, a hard time really adjusting to the social distancing, because I know a lot of people have family members in the hospital that they can't visit, and that's hard, and that really brings up a lot of emotion. So don't think that there's still not help out there for you, because there is. So definitely look into your community to see what's out there for you. And that's pretty much it. I mean, there's obviously a lot more tips that I can provide, but I don't want to overwhelm you with everything. I think those